Is Daniel Garcia leaving All Elite Wrestling, Trevor? Potentially. We don't
That's,
know.
we don't
It's
have an idea.
been reported that Daniel Garcia's contract was coming up. Fightful Select had reported that the deal was expiring. People in AEW expected him to stay, but they were not confirming that he re-signed. Trevor, he obviously was taken off of TV recently, and one of the justifications in the reports was that this was done in order to help like them kind of plan like, okay, if he resigns, he can come back red hot in a feud with MJF. If he
Right.
doesn't, well, that's a way for us to write him off TV. What are your thoughts on this? Daniel Garcia, should he resign with AEW, or should he see what else is out there?
Now, Daniel Garcia is super talented, and we've said it so many times. I love the dance; it's hilarious. Daniel Garcia is so talented. He's what actually I thought he was one of the most talented in that in the three-way group there. Yeah, not saying anything about Magic and what was it was Magic and what was the other guys in his three-way tag team partnership. I don't remember the names.
Who's tag team partner? Daniel Garcia's?
Yeah,
Talking about
when he
Daddy
when
Magic?
yeah, Daddy Magic
Daddy
and
Magic and Cool Hand Angelo Barker.
Tony Angelo. Yeah, you know what? Anyway, no, like I thought he was the most talented in that group. Not again, not taking anything from the rest of the members, but I thought he was the most talented in that group. And honestly, in my opinion, is probably the one of the main ones that could have branched out by themselves and been champion two, 5 times over now. But I mean, if the money's right, I say test the waters. Like if other places are talking better money than the AEW, I say test the waters. I mean, I don't think I don't really think WWE would be a spot for him right now. I think they have too many people similar to him, to be honest with you. I don't think that he will fit in the fold right now. AEW might be the best place for him if they're talking the right money.
It's interesting, because Daniel Garcia is someone who, reportedly WWE and like it's a no brainer. They would obviously be interested in Daniel Garcia.
Right.
He's a star. Um, it's interesting to me because I'd argue that like Daniel Garcia, like this stuff that he did with MJF was some of the most compelling stuff that he's ever done.
It
And
is. It absolutely is.
regardless of like how you perceive the dance and the cat and the whole package or whatever of Daniel Garcia, the character, AEW has always placed him in pretty prominent situations throughout his run. If
They
you
have.
look at like when he first came up to AEW, people forget. Trevor, you know who faced John Moxley in the main event of one of AEW's biggest shows ever in the first dance in Chicago when CM Punk made his
Yep.
return? Daniel Garcia.
They,
He was
yeah, yep.
trusted in 2021 to headline that show. Like that tells you what Tony Khan, AEW, and company thought of him then. And I think there's going to be that trust has always been there. He had a big feud with Brian. He
Yep.
has like a great showing and a great story told in the Continental Classic. And I
Yep.
think it's going to continue. And the stuff we saw with MJF was really compelling. Money is always going to be, I think, like a factor in these decisions, right? And if he does indeed become a free agent, I think it would behoove him. It would be the right decision to see what WWE would be offering compared to AEW. I think so. Like I think every talent should do that. Like be like,
Yep.
look, what's the offer? Because at the end of the day, you can only do this for so long. And Daniel Garcia knows he's had both of his legs broken in an accident. He almost lost his
Yep.
career because of it. He understands like this stuff is like fleeting. It doesn't always end on your terms, and it doesn't always end pretty. So you want to make sure that you have what you need in order to take care of yourselves for the long run. It's going to be interesting. I expect him to stay with AEW. I will say
Me too.
that. I think Tony Khan understands that he has like one of the biggest stars of his company in the future, like at his hands, and I think the next step for that is for him to go and have a big feud with MJF. I do think like that's what takes Daniel Garcia to that next level. You know, elevates him. I'd argue like into more of the main event scene.
If he was to go to WWE, what's a fantasy matchup you wouldn't mind seeing?
Give me Daniel Garcia versus Fandango, the dance off. No, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, I would love to see in WWE Daniel Garcia versus like Johnny Gargano. Like that's a good,
I
really
was
good
thinking the
match I
same
want to
thing.
see.
Him and Johnny Gargano would be a great one. Um, Another one would
Oh,
probably
Daniel Garcia versus Gunta.
go to
Ooh,
or Pete Dunne,
Butch.
Butch. That'd be a good one too.
Ilya
Oh
Dragunov versus Daniel
yes,
Garcia.
you
Hey
stole the words
yo,
right out of my mouth. Ilya
Ayo,
Dragon.
Triple H is game. Cook trips. Give me Daniel Garcia in WWE. I never thought I'd be saying this. Let's go, baby.
Hey, Ilya Dragunov and Daniel Garcia. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Mm-mm-mm. Well, we'll see what happens with Daniel Garcia. Like he again, undoubtedly, you know, he is one of the faces of this next generation. Like
Absolutely.
he's
Absolutely.
a great wrestler, and I think he's a guy that people want to like. Like that does not happen like without him working. Like he's a very likable guy, like automatically when you see him, and that's really good for a connection with the fans.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's a really likable guy. I think it's just a matter of time, honestly.